Hey guys, welcome back to Red Devil TV. Arsenal versus Man United tomorrow night. Guys, let's get straight into it. There's been a bunch of talk. Ronaldo negativity, Bruno, Fred. I mean, the Ballon d'Or. It's been a madness, you know what I mean? And guys, let's just get straight into it. That Chelsea game, Rangnick, we talked about this in the previous video. Did he have some sort of influence? Looking back a couple of days, reflecting on the game and everything that's come out, I don't think he's had some sort of influence on that team. I think it was Carrick's choice to play that team. I feel like Carrick wanted to try something different. And when you look at it, look, when you think about it, Ronaldo has played in a couple of games where he's played with a Pogba. He's played with more attacking-minded midfielders in the Manchester United starting 11, and there's been games where he hasn't had opportunities to score. You know, he's had a very quiet game because he hasn't had many opportunities. There's been many games where we have not had opportunities to score. So examples that would be Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea. You could even argue some of the other games, you know, where we played lesser, we didn't have many opportunities to score, you know. And looking at it, Ronaldo was going to, if it was Ronaldo instead of Rashford or Sancho, he was going to be there doing nothing because essentially we didn't create nothing in that Chelsea game. So that doesn't matter now. Look, under Rangnick's system, with this high press football, energetic football that we are going to play, I think there's a lot more danger to be shown. I think there's a chance Tellers could come and you can be putting those crosses on the left. Some players could be dropped. Dalot could come in, you know. Van de Beek is definitely going to play. We're going to be playing a lot more attacking-minded football, but it's going to be a lot of hard work for these players. I think that's why in December, you know, you've got a lot of games that are 3 days apart where there's going to have to be quite a bit of rotation, and it's going to be a bit of a test for Rangnick because it's not going to be easy. It's going to take a couple of weeks to see what players are going to be in the starting 11. That's why I'm so curious to see against Palace what his starting 11 is going to be. Taking a look at the Arsenal game, I think Carrick is going to go with that 4 at the back. He's going to go with a Luke Shaw, Maguire. Maguire will definitely be back since he's not suspended anymore. I think he's going to go with Lindelof. I kind of feel sorry for Bailly. If I had to give my centre-back partnership, it would be Bailly and Varane. I think they're quick. Bailly can be suspect positionally sometimes. It can be erratic, we know this, but I think him and Varane would be a perfect partnership, especially under Rangnick. Right back, I think Wan-Bissaka will definitely come back in. Midfield, I think Carrick is going to go over Van de Beek, Bruno and a Fred. I think, you know, the fact that he played 3 defensive midfielders against Chelsea, that was him to scrape a draw. You know, that was he clearly was going for a very pragmatic style of football because, you know, he didn't want to concede. And against Arsenal, he's going to have to go more attacking. We can't afford to lose more points. And if we lose to Arsenal, I think we're 8 points behind them. They're not even top 4. You know, so, they're not top 4 right now. So, front 3, he's probably going to go Ronaldo, Sancho and Rashford. I think that's exactly what he's going to do. Cavani, I don't know when Cavani's back. I'm just very curious. Like I said, I think in my previous video, I think Ronaldo and Cavani are going to be a partnership that Rangnick will use. And I know it's a bit contradictory because of his comments about Ronaldo years ago. But we know how good Ronaldo is, man. He's an experienced manager. He's a coach. He knows, you know. And he's going to use Ronaldo. You know, he's going to use these players. He is, because they're going to be the difference in the bigger games and even in some of the smaller games where we might be having trouble with a Norwich or a Watford or Southampton. You know, these are games where the bigger players will step up. And Ronaldo has saved us. Let's be honest. If it wasn't for him, we'd be out of the Champions League. And I know his Premier League stats haven't been as impressive, but you know, he's not been able to get enough chances in certain games. I would say the most chances he's had in a game, Watford, he had a couple. You can argue West Ham away, I think he had a couple as well. But all the other games, man, I don't know how he has, I think it's 6 goals in 5 games in the Champions League. I don't know how he has that because, you know, the funny thing is, a lot of people a long time ago were calling it Ronaldo, and he hasn't had 1 penalty this season. And look, under Rangnick, there's going to be some sort of system where crosses are going to be vital. You need that width, especially if you're playing that 4-3-3, 4-2-2 formation. You're going to have a bit of width, and I don't know if Wan-Bissaka and Shaw can provide. I think Shaw can provide it. I think Tellers could provide a bit better, but I think Luke Shaw is going to have to adapt under Rangnick, and Rangnick obviously had a lot of opinions about Luke Shaw a couple of years ago when Luke Shaw wasn't in the best form. But I think Shaw will play under Rangnick. And look, when you go deep into this Arsenal game, it's a win. It's a must win. We need to win this game. You know, the next couple of games are quite easy games. We should be winning these games in December. And that's why the rotation is going to be very important in this month. You know, last season, Oli played the same players every single game. They got burnt out, and towards the end of the season, there were games where we should have won or we should have played better. That essentially we couldn't, because a lot of players were burnt out, and there wasn't enough rotation earlier on in the season. So, guys, this Arsenal game is vital. It's Arsenal. At the end of the day, it's going to be a big game. I think the Chelsea game for a couple of seasons has been quite a boring game. I think the Chelsea game we kind of expected a draw. We expected not such a great game. I think Arsenal has always been kind of a good game. Some draws, some wins. I think out of any team, Arsenal is one of them games where it goes either way, or it can be a draw. You know what I mean? A lot of games you see a consistent pattern that we win or we lose, and the Chelsea game, there's been quite a lot of draws. We haven't lost at Stamford Bridge in a while, I think it was. So against Arsenal, look, we beat them 3-1 a couple of seasons ago. I think we drew to them last season. We lost as well. Oli hasn't beaten Arteta. So Rangnick, under Rangnick, I'm just so excited to see. I'm so excited to see. And the Chelsea game, I kind of had that thought, look, I care, but I'm just excited to see Rangnick back, you know what I mean? And he's not here for Arsenal, unfortunately, but we need this. This game is definitely more important in the sense of we can't drop any more points. I think Chelsea are in a great moment in the season right now, and they didn't even have their best team on. So look, guys, that's the team I think Carrick's going to go with. Rangnick. I'm excited for that Palace game. I'm so looking forward to seeing what team he plays. And this is a must-win for Arsenal. This is a must-win for us to beat Arsenal. Players will thrive under Rangnick. Fred, Van der Beek. A lot of these players are going to have to work very hard. Very, very hard with that pressing, high-energy football. There's going to be a lot of things going on. More creativity on the wing, more crosses from our fullbacks. There's going to be a lot more going on. And that's why it's going to allow us to be a more possession-based football team. So I'm really excited for that. Guys, let me know what you guys think. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.